Calling to my wolf family. This is the enclosure where the wolves are held. They have two enclosures. This one is the main one, and then there's a second enclosure that runs down the back of the field. This is where they live, and this is where I live with them, or living with them at the moment. They're very gentle with what they consider to be family. To protect your position within the pack, you have to feed alongside them, which means you have to protect what's yours. Sometimes it gets a little bit rough, it gets very tenacious. If we've been without food for maybe what could be a week, then sometimes it gets very tenacious, but it's still very balanced. Maybe the odd stitch or the odd cut is absolutely fine in their world, and it heals very, very quickly. So what you're doing is you're educating each wolf, each tiny wolf, that where the position on the carcass is where it will end up, and that's what we need to tell them. It's quite simple really, it's just like a combination of like yips and yaps and walk flies. The basic principle is that anything that's high in pitch is inviting, anything that's low in tone is supposed to be discouraging. I'm going to leave the wolves for a period of time now and go home and see my partner Helen and the family. So we're going to leave the wolves for a period of time, go home, have a bit of family life.
Very much, yeah, very, very much. Worry about him constantly, yeah, but I just know that he's doing what he loves and what he's known for many, many years, and is very experienced at being with his family of wolves, and just glad to get him home with us now. So. You have to kind of stay away from vegetables if you can. Have a small amount just to keep you healthy, but vegetable matter dilutes your scent, so therefore it'll dilute your position within the pack. So we have to make sure that vegetables are kept to a minimal, and lots of proteins, lots of cheese, lots of meats.
guys. See ya. Yeah, well, bye. 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 Not going to live with the wolves past a certain age because they may, or my work might feel that you need to do that.